and Julie Caldwell is in the middle of an urgent call about a distressed child in Manarewa.
Police emergency, what is your emergency?
Hello, I'm actually at the Weymouth Dairy on Weymouth trying to wake up the father.
If you could just keep the little girl with you there, and if you could call us back immediately if he goes to take off and which way he goes, and they'll be with you as soon as possible.
The case goes to dispatcher Michael Wilson, and he in turn radios the details through to Constables Leon Pete and Mark Chapman.
Roger, ready for 1K details.
Waimahia Avenue in Weymouth. Yeah, go to us.
At the dairy car park at that location, there is a male asleep in a car. A 5-year-old girl has come from the vehicle into the shop saying Daddy won't wake up. It appears the male is intoxicated.
I've tried to wake him up. I've just given this one a feed.
At the dairy, the officers find a guy slumped in a car and the informant who's now looking after the little girl she'd called police about.
You see him driving?
No, I just parked over there and saw this one trying to wake up Daddy. And I thought he was in a coma with diabetes, so I checked him out.
Judging by the smell coming out of the car, the only coma here is alcohol-induced.
Here's your water. You want some more chippies? Yeah?
You can wait there for me? Good girl. Where's the keys? Not in your pocket, are they?
Hey, bro, I'm just going to say to you, don't ever drink.
I'll grab you.
James is still finding it difficult to remember where he is, but he's sitting in the driver's seat and he knows he's got to come up with a story. Unfortunately, he comes up with one police here every day. His mate was driving.
Okay. What's your mate's name? Thinking. Number one priority is your daughter's safety, okay? I reckon you drove here, okay?
I'm driving.
All right, how else did the car get here? Your mate drove it. You don't even know your mate's name. There's no mate here anymore. And you're asleep in the driver's seat.
Nobody around the dairy saw James arrive, so Mark Chapman decides to carry on the search for witnesses at James's place.
All right, and we'll go around and just have a quick chat to your mother.
No worries.
All right? Okay, mate. So was it just those two in the car when they left here?
My son and his daughter?
Yeah.
Apparently, yes.
Did you see that?
I've been called out to
Okay, who saw that? Who was driving the car? He was driving the car. Was he?
And he took his daughter also.
Okay.
It's my granddaughter.
All right.
Yes. See?
What's your name? Good girl.
Of course. Hard.
I'm just going to chat to your son. I'll do it by myself.
Why
Right?
don't you just pick him?
You've just been ratted on by your family, mate. You left here driving the car.
I left these driving again.
Yes.
Fuck this bullshit.
Hey?
It's bullshit.
James isn't about to admit an offence on the evidence of a 5-year-old girl. But his behaviour hasn't impressed anybody, and an auntie comes forward to make a statement.
That sister saw him drive the car.
Which one?
Yeah,
The one that was supposed to go and get the, was
gone.
supposed to take the kids.
Okay.
He left on the car. She saw him.
Well, I've got evidence, mate, to say that you've been drinking and driving. All right? So what I'm going to do now is we're going to go back to the station and I'm going to get you to blow in the machine. All right? Because you're coming back now, you've got some rights. I'll let you know them or what they are. All right? You're not obliged to say anything. Anything you do say will be used in evidence. You know what that means? You have the right to free to make a statement. Okay, I now require you to undergo an evidential breath test without delay. Away you go.
As he's going through the process at Wirrie Station, James is trying to remember the name of the mate he says drove him to the dairy.
831. Okay, so that's over twice the legal limit. Okay?
And even after he gets the bad news, he still thinks there's somebody out there who might help him.
You know, before we go home, man.
Yep.
Could we go up to that, to meet girlfriends, please? Just so we can see. Yeah.
What you going to tell me?
He picked up his kids and
What you need to do,
drove off.
okay, if you have people that can swear, are prepared to swear under oath To a judge,
Yeah.
keep in mind the charge of perjury, okay, which is lying in court, okay? Bring them along as your witnesses, okay? That's your job now. Alright, I'm summoning you right now to appear, okay? I've got evidence to say that you drove.
But that wasn't the end of James's problems. A check of his record showed he'd been in trouble before.
We're just going to go around and impound his car because he is currently a disqualified driver for a previous charge of drink driving. So we're going to go around and pick his car up, and he loses his car for 28 days pursuant to that. Chuck your belt there.
In court, James pleaded guilty to driving with excess blood alcohol. He was disqualified from driving for a further 10 months and given 150 hours of community service. It's late on Friday night, and officers Gerardo Lone and Julia Robson have just been called to another alcohol-fuelled incident in the central city.
Just a report of males fighting in the viaduct. Just a passerby, seen a group of guys punching. So we'll check it out.
When they get to the bottom of Queen Street, they find a man sprawled in the middle of the road who appears to be trying to make it to the footpath. And by the time they get out of the patrol car, Detective Constable Stephen Shaw is trying to get some sense out of the guy.
What's your name? Hey? What's your name? Stand up.
I stand up. Help me up. Help me with this shit.
Stand up.
Help me with this shit. I don't remember that shit. Just help me with this shit. This guy got hiding from...
Who?
No, this is my brother. He got hiding from some guys. A couple of guys down there. One of them was wearing a white beanie.
He's all right. Just step away for a second.
Oh, can I grab my hat then?
Yeah. So your brother, is he?
Yeah, he's my brother.
Just take a seat over there, okay?
Down the road, police have got hold of a couple of teenagers suspected of attacking Eric. But although he's beginning to come around, Eric isn't keen to cooperate.
Get him to sit on these steps, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Central, baby.
Yeah. Just want to get him to stand up.
Yeah.
Just get him to stand, sit down somewhere.
Yeah. Nah, he's alright. He's just got a hiding from a couple of other guys that try to get a couple of my cousins here. Yeah, bro.
And where are these guys gone?
Oh, fuck. I don't know. They were chasing us before, but we tried to run. This guy was a bit drunk. He couldn't run as fast.
So where these guys go, man? Yeah, just have a seat.
Eric isn't making any sense, and it's difficult to tell whether it's the booze or the beating. But a couple of people on the street saw the whole affair unfold.
These guys down here, these guys firstly have had a scrap with these guys, and in retaliation they found this guy one up by himself, given him a toweling and stomped on his head. It's by this gentleman here.
Who are these guys?
Yeah, these two guys here, these two offenders with Julia, been stomping on this guy's head.
Yeah?
I was talking to the guy who I saw, and one of them ran across the road and hit me. He was not stomping on the guy's head.
At this stage, you're under arrest for assault. Because you're under arrest, you've got some rights, okay? You're not obliged to say anything. Anything you do say may be given in evidence. You've got the right to consult and instruct a lawyer in private without delay.
Back at Auckland Central, Paul and Jason are put through processing, and it appears that the beating they handed to Eric had come at the end of an all-in brawl between two groups of youths.
I probably threw a couple of punches, I'm not sure.
Yeah? Anything else?
No. That's not. When I hit him, I'm on the ground. When they got me on the ground at the same time. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. We've arrested them for assault at the stage, and we're going to ascertain as to any more charges. Obviously, when you start kicking people in the head when they're down, you're looking at more serious charges, so we'll go from there.
But Paul and Jason would never face any penalty. The charges were withdrawn because a key witness was overseas when the case was due to be heard, and Eric decided he didn't want to appear in court.
Okay, me and my uncle just pop out with this idea we should go to the supermarket. It's the closest one, and that, yeah, we should go and get some stuff. And when we got to the counter, I tried the card and declined, and I said, oh, can we go and get my card? And when we went up to the car to get the card, we got stopped at the exit by the security guards. He finds a bottle and a casket of wine. Yeah. And then the pigs arrive.
It's a story police hear every day as constables Andrew Clinton and Vanessa Jones arrive at Hastings Pack and Save, where Eva and her uncle Bruce are being held for shoplifting.
Yeah, this is a regular thing here, isn't it? Yeah.
Right, the story is the two of them have entered the shop. They both entered the alcohol
He's
section.
blaming
Just
it
a
on me.
moment.
Hang on.
Just be quiet for a minute. Our friend out there was seen watching this one put the wine in her backpack, which she was wearing when stopped at the door.
Yep.
Right, she now claims she didn't take anything. He was supposed to go to the car and get a receipt, and he just hung around the door doing nothing.
Okay. Okay, so we'll grab some details, eh? And we'll go from there. Okay. While these guys fill out their paperwork.
Admitting he's an old hand at this game, Bruce offers no resistance. But Eva denies she's done anything wrong.
We're going out very shortly, okay?
But I didn't do anything. He did it all. I didn't even know he was doing it. Why should you take me from? I didn't even fucking do anything. Say
88. That makes you 17,
no. 15. Turning 16. Can you count to? Is that right?
What year is it?
88.
No, what year are we in now though? 2006?
2006. I'm just turning 16.
Yeah. Well, check your address out there, your date of birth anyway down at the station, because you're bound to be in there, aren't you?
Mathematical prowess aside, Eva is fighting a losing battle and in desperation tries to turn the tables.
You can't take me into jail, into cell.
We can, yeah.
But I'm at the age of 15.
Well, you don't actually know how old you're at this stage, so we're taking you.
I can't get my lawyer until you say.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. And I can't sue you, so.
You can do what you like.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay. Well, at this stage we've got enough to arrest you on it, okay? That's what I'm saying. We're arresting you on shoplifting.
What did I do?
You put the stuff into your bag.
No, I
We're not
didn't.
arguing about it now.
I didn't do that stuff. Who did it then?
With her excuses exhausted, Eva joins Bruce as they're handed their trespass notices and taken back to the station for processing.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
No, you understand? Can't come back here for 2 years.
Good as gold. And if you do, you get locked up. Further inquiries have actually led us to find out that the guy actually has an outstanding warrant from Gisborne, so he will be staying the night with us and he'll be going to court tomorrow morning on that. In relation to the other shoplifting charge, he'll be bailed to appear next week at the Hastings District Court on that. He's a prolific shoplifter. He's been doing this numerous times throughout Hastings for the last couple of weeks. After being given a bit of a runaround by the young girl, we found out that she's actually 15. So she'll be basically processed and then returned home.
It's like the first time I've been in trouble other than assault. Yeah.
Bruce was charged with shoplifting and along with other charges he was convicted and ordered to pay a total of $251 in reparation and court costs and given 160 hours of community work. Eva was referred to Youth Aid and let off with a warning.
Yeah, we've just received information from comms that there's a bunch of people fighting in the street at Mount Roskill, males and females, so we're heading there to pull them apart, lock a few of them up probably.
There's up to 10 people fighting in Keystone Avenue outside the new apartment.
By the time constables John Schoon and Dwayne Minter arrive at the scene, the fight's over and one man is nursing injuries to his body and legs.
What's going on?
My neighbour who actually watched the whole lot.
Who's your neighbour?
This guy's the one that's been hurt. He got beaten up. He came to pick up this young kid and he's not allowed. And so there's been a fight.
Sorry?
They took him up from the car.
Drag him out of the car? Yeah. How many?
All of them.
Well, they definitely kicked me and punched me hard as they could.
Michael had been asked to pick up a 12-year-old boy from his grandparents' place by the boy's mother, who lives in Singapore. But when he tried to leave, the family had attacked.
What's been happening?
Okay, I received a call from the boy's mother. She told me to come and pick him up. That's what I do. I came here.
Is it your partner or?
No. Just a friend.
Okay.
So I came here to pick up that boy. The bag there, he popped the bag into my boot. Before he jumped into the car, this whole group of people pinned me down on the floor. Then they pinned me down on the floor and then they attacked me.
Yep. Do you know the people that were attacking you?
Some of them I know.
You know them, okay. Do you want to make a complaint?
Yes.
You do?
When we come down together, we saw the man hit his mom.
Hit her?
Yeah.
What do you mean hit her?
How to say?
Alright, so we'll see you in a...
He didn't do that.
He did. We saw it together.
And so what happened after that?
Just when things aren't looking good for the family involved in the attack, the grandmother acts. 1 minute she's up and about, the next she's a writhing ball of agony on the ground.
What's your name? Excuse me? Excuse me, ma'am.
She doesn't speak any English, I can tell you that.
Scooney.
What's wrong with her?
She said the man hit her stomach.
Why is it taking her 10 minutes to suddenly start all this pain?
She was sitting up before, she was fine. Tell her to get up if you can and go inside. You alright?
Having failed to impress with her writhing, the grandmother now tries to expel her stomach through her mouth.
She was fine 2 seconds ago. You sure? I'm sure. You sure? You sure? She's fine, she's acting. She's acting. Tell her to get up. You sure? And walk. You sure? I'm sure, okay? Tell her she needs to get off the street and go inside her house.
As soon as Granny realises that nobody's going to take any notice, she's back in the fray. And police can get on with trying to work out what's happened.
What relationship is he to you?
Well, I'm just a friend of my mum's.
A friend of your mum's. So just before he was leaving to come over here,
my mum called
your mum called you.
We told her to call him not to come.
The boy's saying that before you arrived, saying he didn't have to go with you.
No. Why would I come here?
Yeah, but you might have already...
I can go home and watch TV or do something else. Why would I come here? I'm here because she said, please come here because the son is sick, running a high fever. Take him to see doctor, and then after that, bring him back to Naman place.
But that might have been the phone call you got first.
Yes.
But before you arrived here, he'd already received a phone call from his mum saying...
How do you know that? Why wouldn't she call me first to tell me, or I can turn around and go...
What he's telling me is that he received a phone call from his mum saying that he didn't have to go with you.
I am telling you what I know. I can't tell you what I don't know.
Nobody knows why Michael was attacked, but there's little doubt that he was. And, as one of the witnesses reveals in a nearby garage, the grandmother was not a victim.
Dragged him out.
The old lady dragged him out?
Yeah, old lady first dragged him out. The old lady was provoking the issue. And she was hitting him badly, and also she was provoking the other guys to hit him. Everyone was hitting him apart from the kid and the young girl. Even the old lady.
So it's the two men and the old lady.
The old lady.
People that live in the street have told us a different story than what you're saying. That you and the rest of the family have attacked this man in his car. Drag him out of the car.
My children, my sister's children, bed in his car, in his car.
The bag is in his car. Yeah, I realise.
So I want to take the bed out.
Yeah.
Just this.
But does that justify beating him up?
You've dragged him out of the vehicle, you and the other guy, and you've kicked him and you've punched him.
He want to drive a car, go out.
Drive the car off?
Yeah. So
well, I would probably want to drive the car off too if someone was punching me. Both under arrest for assault. Alright, not obliged to say anything you do say maybe.
The boy was left in the grandmother's care and the two men were taken to Auckland Central Police Station for processing. Nobody ever discovered why the attack had happened, but both men pleaded guilty to common assault. One was convicted and fined a total of $755, while the other was ordered to pay $125 in reparations and discharged without conviction. Next week on Police 10-7, Henderson Police dispatched to a devastating road rage incident, fined more than expected, when a familiar face comes to check out the action.
All right, you don't mind if I just run you through the system then? Stop! Stop! I'm going to spray you! Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
And a jealous ex turns to stalking his sweetheart.
So where'd you climb up that fire escape, did you?
Yeah.
Have you climbed up there before, have you?
No.
And another drunk driver puts Dwayne's